I love using what God gave to me. It's so amazing. I can't explain it. Turning hope to reality. Touching your life with mine. Using the gift of my hands to create all I can.
Hello, everyone. I am Faith Godbold from A Touch of Faith. Thank you for watching the replay. Come on in. I am super excited to be here with you today as we are working on orders in the studio. So as you're coming in, make sure you say something so I know you're here, whether you're watching us live or later on the replay. And while you're at it, if you don't mind, go ahead and drop your city and state. I always look forward to seeing how far our broadcast is reaching. And if this is your first time tuning in, make sure you comment the word new. And after this live is over, I will go back and I will invite you to become a part of our faith family. Facebook people, make sure you're following the page. Go ahead and like the page. Feel free to spread the love. Let someone know we're live. And YouTube, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and give us that subscribe. We're so close to our goal. And we're going to check that later on today before we head out. So make sure you are giving us that energy. You can like this video. You can even send it out. Let someone else know we are here. So let's go see who we have in the comments. And it looks like my mom is here. Hey, Mom, how are you? Aunt Flo made it. Hey, Aunt Flo. And there's Miss Patricia. How are you? It's been some time. So happy you are here. Y'all, we're trying a different makeshift setup today because I've got to get a new, I think, charger for my laptop. So the computer I normally use, it's over to the side right now. So sweet hubby is on the way with a charger. So in the meantime, we're going live on a different computer. So hopefully you can hear me. You can see me. I'm going to try to give you the best angle that I can, trying to monitor the comments and all the things. So yeah, that's what we do. When things happen, we just have to come up with a plan B, right? So this live, we were going to create some wreath signs, but I can't turn that computer on just yet until I get that charger. So what I did in the meantime is we are going to work on a special order for a customer who is celebrating her 25th wedding anniversary this Friday. And we're going to create a beautiful mirror decal for her. And I've already made it. We're going to weed it out together, get the transfer paper ready so that when it's ready to be applied and attached, it's going to look so beautiful. So what do y'all think about that? So that's my plan B. So if you came looking for the wreath signs, hang tight. If hubby gets here before the live ends, we can plug that in and I'll be able to print and then get started on that. But in the meantime, this is my plan B. So I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you to everyone who's hopping on the live on YouTube, especially. You all have been so faithful, so loyal, and so good over there on YouTube, helping us as we're striving to reach our goal of 1,200 subscribers. And I'm just so thankful and so honored to have each and every one of you. All right, I'm going to see if I can push my computer back a little bit more. And I think that's going to help. And I'm going to lower us down like this so you can see my table. All right, so y'all keep on commenting. What I did for this is I ended up cutting this particular design into 3 pieces. So this is piece number 1, and we're going to go ahead and weed out the words. And I can't really read it to you right now. I would have to get back on the computer to read it to you, but hopefully when we're finished, we'll be able to do that. I see my machine was trying to be a little tough right there and cutting through the paper, but we won't need that by the time we're done. Okay, so y'all have to tell me in the comments, what is the temperature in y'all's area? Because when I tell you it is hot in South Carolina, it is super duper hot to the point where, I don't know about you, but I am just really ready for some fall weather. I don't think I can stand any more of this summer heat. But y'all tell me, what is the temperature like for you? And I'm going to slowly start pulling away the excess, making sure I keep the letters, the parts that are the words. And I like to do this part nice and slow because sometimes the part of the design that I want to keep, it's almost like it wants to be free too. And it'll say, take me with you. And it tries to start lifting. And I'm like, no, 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 that's not what I want here. Hey, Melissa. Melissa, I've been missing you. I was thinking about you the other day. I saw you at Mom's service. How are you doing? And y'all, you know, when fall comes, that means it's going to be festival time. So we're getting geared up, already working to prepare for the Sweet Potato Festival. This might be year 42, I think. The 42nd. It's either 41st or 42nd. I'll have to go back and look. But I've been on that their calendar since earlier this year. So yeah, do y'all see how I'm going nice and slow here? I think this is the part of the design where they're acknowledging the parents of the groom and parents, let's see, parent of the bride. That's what it says. So yeah, so this is going to be gorgeous. And I've been doing quite a few decals lately. I was able to design one for someone's office, and I finally saw a finished picture of it, and it looks gorgeous. Looks really beautiful. All right, I'm going to use this. That way I can kind of contain all of my little trash there without having to keep going toward the trash can. So let's just kind of put some things up. Are y'all able to see pretty good? Is that angle okay? Yes, ma'am, I'm doing well. Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to remove those inside pieces of the letters. And sometimes with white, what I've noticed is it's kind of hard to see. It runs together. But so far, everything's coming up quite nicely. And let's get some tweezers here just in case. Look, y'all know they had to be pink, right? All right, and then I'm going to work up and down at the same time so that after I finish a word, I'm going to go ahead and come down and do the same thing for the bottom. That way we can accomplish everything at one time and not have to come back. And then we'll look it over to make sure we have everything. All right, did y'all drop your weather in the comments? I'm going to look for it. Yeah, you made me think about the festival, Melissa, because Melissa is a faithful supporter, y'all. I tell you, no matter where I go, seems like Melissa will come out and support, and I really appreciate that. And all of you who support A Touch of Faith, that means so much. We've been super busy with orders. So right now I'm working on an order that came, I think, Sunday. Started working on it yesterday. So I'm just so thankful for you all. And I'm thankful to God. I was listening on, I think it was TBN this morning. And they were talking about how God will do the things that he said he will do. And the question was, what are you now living that you remember the day you prayed for? And I was just blown away thinking about all the things that I know God has done for me personally and professionally. So I'm so thankful for you all being here because guess what? God knew y'all were going to be here before I knew. I often say that because I never in my wildest dreams imagined that I would have a business, you know, be a business owner. And so this is just truly amazing to me. Yeah, it is muggy, isn't it, Aunt Flo? It really is. I know my car was saying like 100, 104, I think, when I first got in. So yeah, it was really hot and muggy. I think that rain yesterday, I was hoping it would cool it off more than what it did. but it doesn't look like it did. So I'm just ready for some fall now. Some cooler weather. Hey, is that my brother? How are you? Did you go live today? I can't remember if I heard or saw, because usually when y'all are texting, things are so busy and I don't have a chance to read them right away. And then my phone was acting up. I didn't even realize I was missing text messages until my brother asked me if I had read something. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And when I looked at my phone, I didn't have any of the text that he was referring to. And that's when I realized I needed to restart my phone. So I turned it off. Mom suggested restart your phone. So I turned it off, turned it back on. And y'all, I think like 30 something texts came through. So yeah. So if anyone ever tells you you're missing communication, you might need to restart your phone. All right, these little pieces like to stick to me versus going into my little bowl there. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, good. You needed that break. And I'm trying to think. Saturday we didn't get to go live. I actually took a nap Saturday, y'all. I was so tired. I didn't realize it. I got up at about 7:30 and I pretty much started working on orders first thing that morning. So I spent Saturday catching up on some orders. And then I did a load of laundry, did a little bit of chores, and the next thing I know, I was taking a nap. And then I was so blessed to have someone respond to my listing for my tumbler press that I had listed about a month ago. And it was amazing because I had just gone in and tweaked it, put a video up, and someone saw it. And so I felt like she was supposed to have it. And so we instantly connected. And I'm excited that my former tumbler has a great home. All right, y'all, I think I got all of it out. So this is going to be the parent of the groom side and parent of the bride side. So let's see if we can go ahead and put the transfer tape on it. Usually I do that as the final step, but I think we're going to do it as we go. Well, let's see which one. I think I'm going to start with this one first. Well, hello there. Is it Beer Prada Sing? Hello and welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see if this piece may not be as long as I need it to be. All right, so let me see if I have a longer piece here. And I do have some leftovers too, I forgot. It's like I had one of my rolls forever and it just ran out. So I'm going to have to order some more. Yes, because all this heat and standing outside for a few moments and the sweat starting is ridiculous. All right, so I think this piece, I can make it work. All right, so let's cut it right here. Just like so. We're barely going to have a little bit of scrap left. Hi, Miss Valerie. How are you? All right, then I'm going to turn it like this. And let's see where we can cut it. All right, so I'm going to cut it close to this line. And I think I'm going to cut it right here on this line. That way I don't have to keep up with a straight piece or edge. I can just cut it on the line. Just like so. Miss Valerie, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Miss Valerie's another faithful supporter of A Touch of Faith. We are making a mirror decal today. All right. And so now all we're going to do is we're going to start just putting our transfer. I feel like I've been doing a lot of stuff with this kind of paper lately. I'm going to peel it up carefully. Just like so. And I'm going to extend it out just so everything lines up the way that I want it to. And then let's put something heavy down so it doesn't move. There we go. Right there. Yes, ma'am. I'm doing great. Thank you. All right. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to start easing it off. So I'm going to have to lift this up just a little. So we'll come back and put the weight back on it. I'm going to release this carefully. This has a name to the technique, but I don't remember what you call it right now. But this is my preferred way of doing it. And I think, let me get my other squeegee. Y'all, hold on. Because I'm really used to this one for this part of the project. And I do have these in different colors now. Okay, there we go. And so all the transfer tape does is it allows the customer to place this decal where they want it. And I'm looking at this, y'all. Hold on. Did I cut this one? Oh, okay. I'm looking at it. Yes. Okay. I was like, did I do it right? I did. I needed something just to kind of weigh it. So I'm easing the transfer tape off. And it's going to be a little big. And by big, I mean just a little bit wider. But that's okay. So by the time we put it back on the original paper, it's going to be fine. And this is just going to make sure everything's on there the way I need it to be. All right, and then I'm going to varnish it on this side just to make sure it adheres. Just like so. And then now let's see if we're ready to lift it. So and it's coming up nicely. I do feel like it's on here backwards, though. I'm going to have to look at my original. I don't think I did it backwards. I'm going to look at it. Let me see if I can hold it up and show you. Y'all see that? That's what it's going to look like. Look at there. It looks so good, doesn't it? Hey, Sister Julia. How are you? All right. And then I'm going to carefully just place it back on my piece. Uh-oh. No, not yet. Hold on. It's getting excited. It's like, I'm ready. Put this down. There we go. I'm going to try to get it back on straight. This piece is super long. I had to use my elbow on that one, y'all. Y'all see the fan keeps blowing it. Hold on, let's find. Put some scissors right there. Okay, there we go. All right, and I tell you what, I'm going to put this over here for just a second. Because what I should do is put the paper on top. But let me check one quick thing. I want to look at this other one. Let me see. Where did I put the other one? I think it's right here. So let me grab this one. We're going to come back. Hey, Miss Keisha, you made it. How are you? All right, I'm just looking at this, y'all, just to see. All right, I'm going to do that one in just a minute. Let's do this one. This one's bigger. I'm going to start on this side. Yeah, I do think that other one is backwards. So I'm going to have to redo that one. I don't know how that happened. So I tell you what. Before we do that, let me cut another piece because I can have that ready before our light ends. So let me cut another piece here. Let's see if we have enough on this roll. All right, so I'm going to move that up there for just a second. Need to plug my computer in because it's showing me a low battery. We'll do that too. I meant to move that. All right, so we're going to recut. Let me cut another little piece. Not too little, but big enough for our project. Okay. I don't usually use this one. The one I use is behind me. So we're just using this one for right now. Let me get the other one because it cut easier. I don't want to mess that one up. That's the one I use for my mesh and my wreaths, y'all. So let's get this one. All right, and then I need to trim it down this way. We are praying for you, Miss Keisha. Okay. So once you pray, we'll go ahead and start thanking God for it. Okay. And that's all you have to do. All right, I need about a 4.5 inch piece. So we're going to cut it right here at about 4 1/4. And I'm going to go up closer just to make sure. Yep, so God is in control. You have to believe it. Even if you don't see it, right? That's how faith works. All right, I hope I cut that straight because I noticed because this length is so long, the ruler wanted to start moving a little bit. All right, so here is a scrap piece. Let's put that where our scraps are. Yeah, we're making it work today, y'all. All right, so let's take our second piece or our third. This is actually piece number 3. And I just taped it down just to make sure it didn't move on me. Yes, that's right, Miss Keisha. See, you already know. So now you just have to start acting like it. And I promise you things are going to change. They're going to get better. But it starts with you, honey. All right, we're going to put some tape down, just like even now. I said a prayer as I was working on this project because I realized, oh my gosh, I've got to redo it, but it's okay. That's just what we do. We rely on God. He gives us the strength to do all the things we have to do. Don't let the enemy frustrate you, cause you to get frustrated or upset or any of that. All right, y'all. So I put tape on it just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And then we're going to run this back through the machine. So let me do that so it can be cutting while we're doing this. Okay, y'all keep chatting and I'll be right back. I appreciate you all. All right, y'all, I'm back. And I just realized what happened. It was still on my shirt setting, and I changed it right as I was getting ready to cut it, and I guess it was still set. So anyway, it's fixed. I might be able to use that same piece of transfer paper. I'll just have to pull those letters off. So we'll see. All right, so we're going to keep going. So this is going to be that top part, almost like a poem. Top part of the mirror. Thank y'all so much for your beautiful comments. Hello, Robin's Creations. You're here. How are you? If you just came in, make sure you say hello. I had to go back to my office because my Cricut right now is in that room with my other computer because I need a charger for my computer I use here in my studio. I feel kind of lost right now not having it. So I appreciate y'all hanging in here with me. All right, y'all, I'm slowly peeling off the excess and it's coming off very nicely. Not too much, not taking off the wrong letters. And see, I can just take that excess and throw that in the trash. Okay, now I'm reading it correctly. Okay, we're in business. Back in business. All right, here we go. So now I'm just going to remove all the little inside pieces of those letters. Y'all have seen those before when you have certain fonts and the letters require that you remove the inside piece. That's what I'm doing right now. And I should just use my tweezers. So I think I'm just going to do that. Oh, my little bowl wanting to tip over. So what are y'all up to? And what kind of food do you eat in weather like this? Because I tell you what, it makes me want something nice and cold, like my smoothie that I had earlier. And it was so refreshing. especially on a hot day. All right, there we go. See how the tweezers, it's just helping me move a little faster. And then I can just kind of rake it into my bowl there. And I love this font too. It's one of my favorite fonts. Okay, so I'm working my way down all the way around. I think one of my little dots for my eye came off, so I'm going to see if I can find that. I kind of balled that up pretty good. Usually I don't ball it up just in case, but I'll get one of the other dots off of the other project. Let's see, are we missing anything else? Nope. So it just came off. I'm going to reach back there. Remember the first design that I said we would see if we can use the transfer tape? We'll see though. We'll do that only if we absolutely have to. Yes, salads. That's my number one go-to. Is it safe to eat salads now? Because I know one time they were saying don't eat salads. I haven't had a salad in a while, although I ordered some today. So I'm hoping it's safe to eat them because I love my salads. That's my phone ringing. Now I'm going to have to call her back. Okay. All right, I want to get this eye while I'm thinking about it because I don't want to lose it. So let's get an eye over here. Okay, so I grabbed an eye from the first project. And it goes right there. Look at there. Let's get it off my finger though. There we go. Look at there. Okay. So I like to go ahead and fix things right away so I don't forget. Sometimes I get in the zone and then I'm working on something else and I'm like, oh, I forgot to do such and so. So what do y'all think about this? Have y'all ever seen like the mirror decals, the decorations for the mirrors? You can really just dress these up so nicely. And this one's going to be for a wedding anniversary celebration. And I think for sure I know the color is navy blue or royal blue, one of those, but like the blue family. Don't know what other colors. Yes, right. Safe now, right? Okay. I'm just putting these in my trash can because the bowl, it was acting like it didn't want to go in there. So I'm just putting it right here. So someone tell me something good in the comments. I told you something good. And I was praying that my project would go well right here that I'm working on, and it is. Okay, so Aunt Flo, are you saying only the Taco Bell salads? Those are the ones to stay away from? I think that's what she's saying. Okay. Well, that makes me feel better. I had a taste for a Ruby Tuesday burger tonight, and they have the burger deals on Tuesdays. So that's what we're going to have. But I think tomorrow I'm going to have like a salad maybe. So is it all lettuce, brother? or just Taco Bell's lettuce. That's what I want to make sure of, because I hadn't heard anything lately. Oh, I love that. Miss Keisha says in the summertime, she loves a lot of different salads and other stuff. I love it. All right, I think I need to go up a little bit on my eye just based on how the other eye is. So right there, and I can actually see it, the indent of where it was now. There it is. Okay, so this says, wishing you were here in loving memory of those who are no longer with us, but will remain forever in our hearts. I'll see if I can hold it up and show you. See if y'all can see that. Can you see it? So there it is. Yeah, my favorite too. Okay, Taco Bell lettuce. Thank you, brother, for clarifying that. All right, so now let's get a fresh piece of our transfer, because I'm going to need a piece much larger than this. And I'm just going to leave it on here. I don't think I normally peel it off, but because that other piece was so torn, kind of like had the rip in it, that's why I did that. So let's get a fresh roll, I think, because these are leftover rolls. I already know I'm going to need a bigger piece. Oh, sushi. Yes, love sushi. That's good. And you know what? I'm trying to think. Did I order some more? Let me look. I think I did order transfer. Look at there, y'all. I did order more. I just forgot about it. So I think I'm going to use this one and save this other one for later. I have a whole big box, a big roll right there. I knew I had. I remember looking to order it, but I couldn't remember if I ordered it. So yay, look at there. Thank you, Lord. He brought it back to my memory, Mom. All right. I wanted to make sure I had plenty, so that's why I want to get this one. Even though, yes, we had enough on that other order, but let's just start a fresh roll, a bigger enough roll. And if you need any of these supplies, I do teach all of this in Faith's Creative Circle. And you can go to my affiliate shop. If you click links, it'll take you over to my affiliate shop, shoplikefaith.com, and I'll send that to you in your inbox. It is like finding money. Yep. All right, let me get this tape off. So it was just holding it together with some tape there. So I'm pulling that off. How's school going, Tim, for Isaiah? All right, so this is going to be the perfect size. Look at there. All right, so let's put this on top so we can measure it out. And I'm not going to worry about using that other piece now because we have plenty of tape. Plenty of tape. All right. So we're going to cut right here. Okay. Put that to the side. And then I want to look at it one more time just to make sure I didn't miss any of those little inside pieces. Okay, I did it. And then now we're going to apply our tape, just like we did before. So I like to start lifting it up carefully. Okay. All right, and I want to get it as straight as I can on here. There we go. Before I release it. Okay. And then I'm going to do just like I did a moment ago. I'm going to use my little squeegee tool. And I'm going to start slowly lifting. I think it's called like an anchor method or something like that. What do y'all think? See how it's doing it? So I'm just going to push it away from me. This is also, this is also, I got to be careful. Hold on. Because the paper is trying to get in the way of the transfer. I was going to say this is also how, remember when I told you all I got my trailer wrapped? Same technique, but just a larger scale. All right, so let me roll this back carefully. Yeah, transfer tape was like getting super happy there. And it's actually the paper wanting to get caught. It's like, come on, paper. Okay, I see it right here. So let me slowly pull this up, y'all. It was trying to get in the way. Sometimes I will cut the paper when I have the big piece like this, and I might do that. There we go. And a piece of this wants to hang on. It's like, let go. There we go. It's pretty strong too. It's doing its job for sure. All right, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this off. And then there's an, not that piece though. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me get this little piece right here. So I didn't mean to cut that whole thing. My paper doesn't want to let go, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it. I think it's from where that tape was on there. So let me see if I can roll it back. And I may cut another piece. At this point, because I don't want to fight with that. So let me see if I can do that carefully. So I'm going in the opposite direction now. And I think what I will do, I usually don't cut it, but I'm going to cut this right here and free it and then just add another piece. Because that paper, I don't know, it looks like a piece of tape. I don't know if they put tape on that or what. I don't know where that came from. Well, let me see. Yeah, it has just a little piece. So I think what I'm going to do is just cut that down and just add another piece to it. we can save this piece for later. So I do try to save things when I can. All right, so let me finish smoothing this one out. And then we'll come back and I'll put another piece with it. Just like that. That was the strangest thing. It was like from where that tape was on it in the beginning. All right, and I just want to smooth all of that. This side will make sure it adheres. All right, so now let's do another piece. It's almost like I have a half piece. All right, so let's cut it to this line right here. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. And I think I cut it a little long on purpose, so I'm going to leave it a little long. I think I'm going to start here. But yeah, so I can only imagine, like if we're doing a project this size, which this is a pretty large mirror. Can you imagine if we were doing like my trailer? All right, so I'm just going to connect these together. Just like so. Because it's a straight line. Just like that. Okay. Want to at least get it started. All right, and I'm pulling it away from me so I can see this time. There we go. And then I want to smooth it down. And then I want to trim off this little bit of excess right here. Just like that. So if you want to learn how to make all the things that you see me making, comment the word create. My automated system will send that to you, a link where you can join and sign up. All right, and so all my customer will have to do is when she starts lifting it up, let's see, I like to test it. Yep. So see how the letters come up with it? And so she'll be able to transfer it to her mirror very nicely. Okay, so first piece done. All right, let's get the bottom piece. So we're going to go nice and slow. Don't want any eyes to end up in the trash, right? Y'all have any questions while I'm doing this? Is there anything you wonder about what I'm working on? And I don't have these listed on my website, so if you need something like this, it's more of a custom order. So you can just message me or email me to place your order. And I'm just pulling it nice and slow. So far, all the eyes are intact, which is good. And sometimes if this gets to be a lot, I've even cut this off before so I can keep it moving. You don't want it to drag on your project. So that's why I'm just continuing to pull. And because of how I'm doing it, if an eye were attached, I could easily grab it. All right, so we did it. So usually you can kind of undo it a little bit and pick out little parts if anything remain, but we have everything. I have all my eyes. And it's just those little smaller pieces that like to stick to the original sometimes when you're weeding it out. Just like so. And this time I'm just gathering it all in my hand to save time. But yeah, the cutting I think is the easiest because you're doing everything on the machine. And then when you sit down to work, just take your time. And I'm using the light to help me see what I need to remove. Sometimes I'll use like a special light. And I even have a magnifier that I've used before because sometimes, depending on the color, it's hard to see, y'all. So this is all about the parties of the wedding. That's what this section is. And this is going to be at the bottom. So I know my customer is going to be happy to get this. She'll be able to put everything together for the celebration. Yeah. Tim, where do you normally get your sushi from? I know we've tried some different places. I think Food Lion even has sushi, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't know that until I was there one time, like over in their deli area. I think it was pretty good. I need my tweezers because I can't grab that little piece. Just trying to stick to the E. There it is. So I just pulled it up carefully. All my little bowl trash there. Okay. All right, y'all, just a few more letters and we are done. Oh, I have one more though, don't I? I have to go get off the machine, so I'll go grab that. That way we can finish. Okay. All right, I think I have everything. I'll hold this one up so I can show you what it looks like. And if y'all are still there, give me a heart. Let me know you're still watching. Is that Donzel? Hello, Donzel. How are you? All right. How did we do, y'all? Check behind me. Make sure I didn't leave any inside pieces. I'm going to get a sip of water. Donzel, are you on the vertical video? I'm trying to watch the comments on the other one. I guess I'm watching the comments. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. All right. I don't see any. Did y'all see any? Thank you, Sister Julia. I want to cut it so I can see the line. Trying to make it easier, but that's not going to help me. I need to see the line. All right, so this one's not as wide as the tape. So we'll be able to trim it down first before we apply it. Or we can apply it and trim it down because I'm probably not going to use a small piece. That's what I've started learning. Sometimes I like to save scraps, but some of the scraps I don't use, so I'm not going to make this a scrap to keep. Awesome. I can see who's still here now. Look at there. I'm not going to worry about keeping a scrap for this. Because probably never ever will I need a piece that big. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just use the whole thing. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm watching the comments on the other one, but I can see your comments here. And that's only because of my camera. I'm not using my normal setup. So I had to improvise today, and I'm doing that a lot, it seems. All right, let's get everything lined up first. Okay. Now, since this is a larger piece, I'm going to make sure I pull it away. I don't think I did it this way last time, so I'm going to keep my hand on it as I pull. Okay, brother, have a good one. Hey, we did it. All right, and then now let's trim off that excess that I told you I was not going to save. Okay. Then we want to make sure everything is attached. And I like to even check it as though I'm about to add it to whatever the project is. So in this case, a mirror, and look, if the letters come up, I know it attached itself. So yay. All right, so that's piece number 3. So now let me go grab piece number 2. And y'all hang in here with me for a few more minutes and I'll be right back, okay? So let me grab piece number 2. All right, we're back. So we can remove our tape. And that pulls some of that paper. That must be that paper. All right. Okay, y'all ready for the last piece? Oh, well, you are welcome. We love you too. Thank you. So happy you're here. And anything I can say while you are here helps brighten your day and bring you some joy. That's what it's all about. All right, I'm going to start pulling it from this side. And again, I'm just going to go nice and slow because we're on the home stretch now. So watching those eyes because we noticed that before. Releasing the material in between the letters to keep it flowing. That's going to be less work for me later. Uh-oh. The V is trying to move. So let's push the V back down. And the I. Look at there. All right. So what I'm going to do, because I caught that, I'm going to cut this part off because I don't want to fight with the rest of this sticky part. And then I need to turn around so I can get closer to it. So right down here, the I didn't want to stay. So I'm pushing that I down just like that, giving it a little pressure. And then I'm going to do the same thing for that V because the V thought it was going to come with me. And I was like, no, V, you have to stay. So I'm going to press that V down first before I finish lifting. And that way it stays in place. Just like that. So you always just want to go nice and slow. Okay. I'm going to trim a little bit of this down right here because that paper back made it a little weak. All right, and now just like we did before, we're going to remove the insides. Okay. So is this giving you any ideas of what else you could use these decals for? What do y'all think? Where else could we place this? This one's going on a mirror, but where else could you place something like this? Are y'all getting any ideas? I'd love to hear them. Who wants to share? You can drop your response in the comments. And let's see, Keisha, I can't see the whole comment right now, but we will certainly be praying, okay? And I will read it when I can. It's just my view right now, my camera being down, I can't read my laptop screen, but we certainly will, okay? We'll be praying for Jason. Y'all, there's another eye. Okay, let's see. We can either take it off of that other one. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me grab an eye right here. And I should have used my tweezers. Virginia had 3 eyes. But guess what? We caught it. All right, let me use the tweezers. There we go. And now let me flip it over and put it on the sticky side. There we go. Just like that. All right, so remember this one was the parent of the groom. Oh, I didn't get the A. Hold on. And parent of the bride. All right, let me look at it one more time. Make sure that dot stays. All right, y'all check it out. Check behind me. What do y'all think? How did we do? And I know YouTube, you can't see the whole thing if you're on that vertical video, so I'm just moving it a little bit. All right, I think we did it. This is the last piece on this design, Keisha. All right, let me trim this bottom up a little bit. This was from when my ruler had slid. Remember that? Now, when we get our transfer tape this time, I am going to keep the scrap because it's going to be a wider piece. So we're going to measure because I don't want to throw the half of this in the trash that I won't be using. Okay. So let's measure it out. All right. So I'm going to cut it a little bit past this line right here. See what I mean? In this instance, this is all we're going to use. The top part, I'm not going to throw that in the trash, y'all. So that I will save because it's going to be a larger piece. All right, and I'm going to use a piece of this tape like this to keep it closed. Put this back in our little bag. Yep, so I think this might be my new favorite transfer tape now. All right, we don't need this whole piece. So let's go ahead and cut. I'm going to cut it right here on this line, and then we'll trim it up. So Keisha, this is a mirror decal, meaning you can take it and put it on a mirror to create something that can be a decorative piece. Y'all, let me plug my laptop in because I think it's trying to die. I forgot to do that. Hopefully it won't die on me. I just saw it pop up all these little things. I was like, oh, I forgot to plug it in. All right, so hopefully we're still good. Okay. All right, last one, y'all. So we're just going to get it started. Just like so. Take my time. Okay. This will be great to have like a little helper who can help hold it and pull it for you so you're not having to use your hand to do everything. That will free your hand up. All right. Now let's trim off the excess. Just like so. And then I like to check it because if we did a good job attaching everything, then when I lift it like this, look at there, those letters are ready to come off. So we did it, y'all. All right, so let's get all three pieces. So this was piece number 2. piece number 3, and then piece number 1. But I'm going to put them in order by size so I can see everything. So y'all, how did we do? Oh my goodness, we are done. Let me raise my camera back. We made it, y'all. We did it. Woo! All right, so we have all of our pieces, and I just layered them and stacked them so that I could clearly see each individual piece right here. And this is going to look gorgeous. So I'll have to make sure my customer sends us a picture so we can see how it turned out. But she'll have her transfer tape. The whole purpose of the lines is to help you line everything up straight. So yeah, she'll be able to attach it and do exactly what she needs to do. All right, what questions do y'all have now that we're finished? And we're going to check our YouTube stats because it is Tuesday. So it's time to check our numbers on YouTube. Y'all have been patiently waiting for this, haven't you? All right, let me get my phone so we can see. And since my computer is way over there, I'm not going to worry about typing it for us today. So let's just go straight to YouTube. And let's see where we are today. All right, y'all. Wow, I am truly amazed because look, we have 1,196 total subscribers. Y'all, isn't that amazing? Wow, can we clap? That is so good. Thank y'all so very much. And if you are a newbie who just joined, we're going to say thank you for being each and every one of you. Because of you, we are reaching so many people across all of our platforms. And for that, I am so grateful. So, how can you become a member of our faith family? Well, if you are on Facebook, it is super easy to do. You can type !YouTube, and that will allow you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, if you're over on YouTube, just exit out of the live chat. If you're live, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you're watching us on the replay, go back to my channel and just click that subscribe button. And I can't wait to see who we will add on next. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Is there anything else before we head out for today? We got a lot done, so I just have one other order to work on tonight. Hopefully, we'll see. I don't know if hubby is here yet. I'll have to go check because he always stays out of the studio when I'm live. So we will see, but I have some gorgeous wreath signs that I'm going to be creating for a special customer and a faithful follower. She's a member of our faith family as well. All right, I think that is it. So do y'all have any questions before we head out? I'll give you a moment. Let's make sure we're not missing anything. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you, whether you have liked, subscribed, followed, shared, commented, purchased, visited us in person, whatever it might be. I just really appreciate you and thank you for helping this small business grow and become everything God designed it to be. So thank you all so much. All right, I don't see any questions. If you have anything after the live has ended, just leave it right here and I will come back and I'll leave a comment back to you, okay? All right, don't forget, y'all go look for something good because guess what? When you find that something good, you know you have found God. And remember, God's got me, God's got you, and we've got this. Have a great rest of your night. Hopefully, we'll see you back Saturday for our next exciting live at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I love you all. Bye, everyone.